uncorrelated talent.
Look at here. Just laughing at him.
As bad as I've ever seen Donnie Long look.
I wanted to hit him in the nose one more time for that bone could win up in his brain.
23-pound weight advantage.
Again. Who's the last guy to stop us?
It's an important learning experience for Mike Tyson. He's going to have to be able to handle.
Run-of-the-mill journeymen like Mike Jamison, for example, put up a better fight than proven contenders such as Jesse Ferguson, just as Larry Sims posed a more attacking threat than the likes of Mitch Blood Green.
I'll fight any man alive, and I feel I could beat anyone in the world.
Every size, shape, and stature was dealt with in the same dominant fashion. In other words, Tyson's skill set transcended the competition.
As a pro fighter, I'm the master of the pinpoint. My shots are so accurate and so precise.
Much was the same once Tyson took on the top contenders, as Jose Rebalta took a life-altering beating for 10 rounds, right after Marvis Frazier was turned into 200 pounds of pancake batter inside 30 seconds.
In the fight, I felt the deep my heart I was going to stop him in the first round.
It usually takes a fighter, especially a young fighter, a few years of experience before they reach their peak. But in Mike's case, he appeared to be the finished article before he ever stepped foot in the squared circle.
If I'm going to do this, well, as soon as I get in the ring, it's a whole different story. I'm the killer then.
By August of '86, just 18 months into his fighting career, Tyson was the flag bearer for the most prized weight category in the sport. He had money, fame, and endorsements coming out of his rear end. But without a championship belt around his waist, his true legacy as a boxing great hadn't even answered the bell for the first round.
But HBO has announced just a couple of hours ago that we will air a series of heavyweight championship fights that will lead to the unification of the heavyweight championship, basically for the first time since Muhammad Ali.
It was at this point, Don King Promotions and HBO teamed up to eliminate the Deadwood from the rankings, launching the now fan favorite Unification Series, which saw all the major title holders and top contenders from each governing body battle it out in a knockout-style tournament that would see one fighter crowned as the undisputed champ within a short time span of only 18 months.
And of course he did.
The Jamaican brawler Trevor Berbick kicked off the tournament in March 1986 with a well-executed win over Pinklin Thomas to win the WBC title. 3 weeks later, Larry Holmes duked it out with Michael Spinks for the second time, where once again the former light heavyweight champion was fortunate to gain the judges' favor with a split decision victory to retain his IBF title. Terrible Tim Witherspoon was the first fighter to bag a knockout in the tourney, beating Frank Bruno into submission after 11 rounds of back-and-forth action. After the champions were established, it was time for the qualifying contenders to get their shot. Stephen Tankstead, Bone Crusher Smith, Tony Tucker, Buster Douglas, and Iron Mike Tyson were the fighters that entered the fray. Tankstead was the weakest link, and that was shown in the opening fight of the quarterfinals, as his spirited effort was overcome by the class of Michael Spinks inside the opening 4 rounds. Next up was the big one, as the newly crowned WBC champion Trevor Berbick put his title on the line against the youngest and most anticipated entrant to the series, Iron Mike Tyson.
Well, Mike Tyson is with us now live from Los Angeles. Mike Tyson has every reason to be confident. Mike, is there any way in your mind that you can see you losing this fight?
No way. Perhaps if I chop off both of my arms.
He's really going after the knockout now. Big left hook, big right hand by Berbick. Berbick really working for the knockout here.
Trevor Berbick's road to the title was the opposite of Tyson's. He was a low-skilled brawler, an aggressive inside fighter that had to overcome the odds on numerous occasions before the wider boxing community took him seriously. Larry Holmes seemingly plucked Berbick out of nowhere during one of his routine Bum of the Month title defenses, yet the Jamaican showed himself to be durable and capable of fighting at top level, pushing the Easton Assassin the full 15-round limit.
I have so many people to beat, not just Berbick.
Berbick participated in the drama in the Bahamas soon after the Holmes defeat, where this time he overcame the legendary Muhammad Ali in the Louisville Lips final career bout. The entire event left a sour taste in the mouth of sports fans around the globe. Ali was at his most vulnerable, in need of money but physically incapable of competing at high level due to his crippling Parkinson-like condition. Berbick threw the kitchen sink at the all-time great, particularly in the closing rounds, which didn't exactly help build a positive image for the rising contender, instead leaving a large group of fans eagerly anticipating his comeuppance. Berbick went on to beat the popular rising Ali clone, Greg Page, in the coming months, proving once more that his endurance and aggression could negate the skill gap between himself and the array of uber-talented contenders at the time. David Bay, Mitch Blood Green, and Pinklin Thomas were the other notable fighters Berbick beat on his way to securing the WBC title. By this time, his reputation was that of a fearsome, muscle-bound aggressor with the ability to drag superior boxers into dogfights that suited his style.
I used my horn. You see what mine did? Mine bust him up, didn't it? Oh, I got some power on my left.
Tyson looked set to be his most formidable challenge, yet the same emphasis was felt on Iron Mike's side, with even more elevated pressure due to Berbick being far and beyond his toughest test on paper in the professional ring.
This will be the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the world.
On November 22, 1986, Tyson became the youngest ever challenger for the heavyweight title at just 20 years of age. The reigning champion, Trevor Berbick, entered the ring in the best condition the boxing world has ever seen. Once Mills Lane delivered the fight instructions, the two were ready for battle.
His whole life has been for this night, but Trevor wants to prove that he's one of the great champions. Let's see how long his reign lasts. Mike Tyson kind of feeling him out here, but he goes with that right-hand lead right away. Standing toe-to-toe is not the way. If he doesn't pump that jab in the face, Tyson will come right through him. Tyson with the left bounces it off the forehead of Trevor. Trevor tries to work underneath. Tyson will have no part of it. Notice the movements ahead of Mike Tyson as he takes a light left jab. Tyson will be able to get underneath it. Oh, wow! With a right, another left hook that just raises. Trevor, with this bravado, could get in some big trouble in a hurry. Berbick is standing directly in front of him. That is, a left hook that really caught him. But this is a poor fight plan. The right hand gets him behind the left ear. Berbick tries to push him off, not the way to keep him up. Notice the lazy left. Watch Tyson load up with left and right. And what just in round one. Tyson clips him with a right left that time. As soon as, a right hand, but the left hook right there. Notice Tyson throws him in 2s and 3s. Trevor is getting lazy with the left hand. Clips him with the left hand. Look at that, combination. And Berbick ready to go, but he stays on his feet. Another right hand clips him. He can't take shots like this very long. Wow, with the right hand is Mike. Again he's gone. Catches him with a left hook. Trevor's ready to go again. Tyson knows that he can score at will now. Berbick doing nothing like he did against Bigland Thomas. Fighting in the wrong position. Not using the jab of the fence.
Tyson started perfectly, beating Berbick at his own game on the inside, timing his power punches, asserting his dominance in what was always going to be an explosive, phone booth-style fight. Berbick ended the first with a smirky taunt to suggest he wasn't hurt, but Tyson trainer Kevin Rooney knew it was a facade, as he instructed his man to go and finish the job as quickly as
Tyson
possible.
already off his stool, his Trevor Berbick. This is round 2, the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the world. Trevor Berbick and Mike Tyson. Tyson goes to work right away, and he's got Trevor in trouble, and he's done!
A beautiful overhand right set Berbick up for the first knockdown of the fight inside 10 seconds. The Jamaican made it back to his feet, but the shot to his equilibrium left him off balance and powerless to Tyson's ruthless attacks.
Here comes Tyson again. He knows he can hurt him anytime. Left hook, right hand, holding off Mike with the left. And you see the... Instead he goes to body downstairs, catches him with the right hand. Look at these shots. Bangs the body. Wow, that uppercut is Tyson. Catches him with the right left hook, and he goes down. He goes down. He should be able to get up from this. His legs may be shut. They are. As Trevor Berbick falls back in the rope, I don't know if he's going to be able to continue.
After numerous flush power punches, it was a simple grazing blow that sent Berbick down and eventually out for the count as he stumbled across the ring, trying to desperately regain his composure. Tyson had done it. He broke a 30-year-old record set by another custom auto-trained fighter in Floyd Patterson by becoming the youngest heavyweight champion in history, a record that is still set in stone to this day.
Well, the moment I waited for all my life since I started the game of boxing, because my trainer, Kevin Rooney, and I want to get in here. We sacrificed so much and we put in so much, and I just knew we couldn't fail. I refused to get hurt, I refused to get knocked down, I refused to lose. There's no way in the world I was going to go out this ring walking. I had to be carried out. I had to be dead. There's no way I was going to leave this ring alive. I was coming to destroy and win the heavyweight championship of the world, which I done. And I'd like to dedicate my fight to my great guardian, Customato, and I'm sure he's up there and he's looking and he's talking to all the great fighters and saying his boy did it.
He's smiling, that's right.
It was reported that Tyson was so overjoyed by his achievements that he just posed in front of a mirror with his new belt for hours after the fight. Customato predicted his man would be the youngest heavyweight champ, and there he was, moments after his supposed toughest test, without a mark on his face and a belt around his waist. He did his old master proud.
Trevor Berbick is a mysterious, eccentric character.
After the Tyson fight, Berbick maintained a steady career as a gatekeeper in the heavyweight division. He never worked his way back to title contention, but that was likely due to his private life taking a dark U-turn after losing his title.
And I don't know what went down, but my experience with Mr. Trevor Berbick and the people, he was kind of